We have packages that will help you fully monetize your brand and events. Let's build you a channel that'll have you looking like a pro while streaming to Apple TV, Roku, Amazon, Fire TV, Samsung TV, and more. Visit us at www.netstarslive.online for more info. NetStars Live, making your streams come true.
BBN Jack Frost, what's up, party people? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. All right, so couple of things we want to talk about today. One of the main things we're going to be discussing is this Pooh Shiesty situation. I think that there's a couple of things going on here that's interesting, but before we get to the Pooh Shiesty situation, there's a couple of things that I want to talk about. I also want to talk about Memorial Day, and I also want to talk about Black Wall Street. So real quick, Memorial Day, Black Wall Street first. Y'all do know Memorial Day was started by black people, right? Memorial Day, the day that we show appreciation for our veterans, besides Veterans Day, but the day that we show appreciation for, you know, a Memorial Day. It was started by black people, for everybody that don't know this, because whenever black people do anything, it seems where we're trying to say stop killing us, people say that we're being un-American. Well, one of the most American things that there is Memorial Day, and black people started that. Just wanted that to throw that out there. Also, I see everybody posting about Black Wall Street. For everybody that don't know, I believe it's 100 years to the day. Everybody's posting about Black Wall Street also. So there's, God dang it. So there's certain things I want to say about Black Wall Street also, just to keep it extremely quick and to the point, is one of the things that we have to realize is whenever we're trying to create or do something that's you're gonna have people that jealousy is going to try, people that are jealous are going to try to destroy it. And the reason why I say jealousy is one of the main reasons, or the main reason, why the individuals went to go destroy Black Wall Street is because the neighboring white town, who was saying, oh, we don't want nothing to do with blacks, keep blacks over there, let's keep us separated. Remember, that's how the government was at that point. That's how the world was. The neighboring town saw that blacks were prospering and they were doing well without them. So by them prospering and doing well without them, they then wanted to destroy everything that was going on. So that's another reason why whenever I see individuals that are black being jealous towards other black people and trying to destroy what they're doing, I'm always saying they're helping white supremacy. Whenever you see a black person hating on another black person, trying to tear another black person down, they're helping white supremacy. So please stop pretending like the only people who can be white supremacists are white people. This is inaccurate. It's not accurate. It's 100% inaccurate. Any race of people can do things that can benefit white supremacy. Often black people do more to help white supremacy than any other race and people, including white people themselves. So whenever you see anyone trying to destroy or something that a black person is creating, I don't care what race they are encouraging white supremacy, and they are also pushing that agenda. And if you're over there and you are actively participating in the destruction of another black person, especially a black person who has done no wrong, you are 100% helping white supremacy. So shout out to all the black white supremacists out there. There's a ton of y'all. All you got to do is turn YouTube on, and boom, you're going to see a ton of them. Some people dedicate their whole entire channels to white supremacy by dedicating their whole entire channels to tearing down other black people. So shout out to that shit. With that being said, also I want to say before we get into the actual show, also I want to say I appreciate all of the IG models that is unblocking me. For everybody that don't know, I have been blocked by a shitload of IG models because there was some people going around to the IG models telling the IG models that I was stalking them when I was reposting pictures. So while the majority of the IG models was like, he's reposting pictures, thank you, there were a few IG models that actually believed the individuals that was telling people I was stalking them. Now they see some of the things that I'm doing on IG with some of the photos in which we're doing on IG, and we're still taking it up to another level. I have like 3 or 4 more ideas that I have not even implemented yet. We don't know where that's going to go, but I'm just saying there's 3 or 4 more ideas that I have not even implemented yet. And there's like a couple of more that I'm working on, trying to figure out how I can actually manifest or materialize those things. So apparently there's IG models unblocking me out of the wazoo because there's people that I have not seen in months that now they're popping up in my feed like crazy. I'm not reposting y'all, so I appreciate the unblock, but I'm gonna support who is supporting me. So I'm still not gonna repost y'all. Y'all don't know me. Y'all could have hit me up and said what's going on over here. Instead, y'all believed some weirdos that was contacting y'all through DMs. I don't know how they was doing it. I think in a couple of the situations they were actually like doing fake pages or whatever the case is. But it's neither here nor there. I'm not reposting y'all. No disrespect. I'm not angry. I'm not upset. Nothing like that. But I have to assume that if somebody else comes to y'all with bullshit, you're gonna believe that also. So that's why I'm not reposting. But shout out to everybody that's been unblocking me, apparently. I don't know what the fuck. There's like a ton of them. I counted 10 this morning. So I counted 10 models that I had not seen for like the past 6-7 months, 5-6 months, that all of a sudden now is popping back up in my feed today. I started counting them after I noticed them, like the first 3 or 4. So shout out to that. Alright, so now let's get to the actual story. For everybody that don't know, Pooh Shiesty the other day was seen in the club with a gun. Pooh Shiesty the other day was seen in the club walking out with a gun. I didn't make this, I didn't make a post about it, and I didn't report on it. I'm going to explain why I didn't make a post about it and I didn't report on it. 2 reasons. The first reason is, every time a rapper does some weirdo shit, and we report on it, they swear the blogs is doing something to them. A rapper could literally make a fucking video of them robbing the bank with no mask, and if the regular news says something about it, they don't have nothing to say. But if a blog says something about it, or anybody that does what I do for a living say something about it, now all of a sudden we snitching on niggas, we trying to get niggas locked up, we trying to get niggas put away, all types of weirdo ass energy. And this is why I said, when the situation happened with Boozy, what Boozy should have did was just say no. Wait, was it Boozy I'm thinking about? Yeah, when they asked Boozy, did somebody get shot at his video shoot? I'm gonna explain why in a minute. When somebody got shot at his video shoot, why Boozy should have just said no comment. When there was a shooting that went down, Boozy should have just said no comment. I'm gonna explain why. When they go to court, when they go to court or wherever they go, if they try to hold these people accountable for doing whatever, shooting because allegedly somebody died, whenever they try to go to court to hold these people accountable, you know what would be a dickhead thing for the damn prosecutor to do? Just call Boozy. That's it. Just call Boozy. We know he's not going to talk. We know he's going to get on the stand and he's not going to talk. But let's just call him so he can perjure himself. Let's just do that. Think about that for a minute. This is why you say no comment. So your lawyers, the people who are smarter than you, can figure out what the fuck we're going to do next. With that being said, I didn't call out none of the drops from the previous show. Shout out to, just so we could be clear, shout out to Big Malo with the $10 drop. Shout out to Lex Luger with the $10 drop. And let's do roll call real quick. BBN Network says good morning everybody. I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. What up, Rude? Don't nobody see them Dodge Jones. He says salute BBN family. Frost. What up, Little B? Since 1983 says top of the morning to everybody. LB23 Oakland, California. Salute to the Bay. Who else we got up here? What up to the business? Dropping all of them Frost. What up, Ryan Mack? Ryan Mack says morning. How's the vibes today? Memorial Day. Salute to all our vets. Salute to all the vets. That's a fact. Salute to everybody that's active also. Shout out to Lex Luger. He says good morning BBN, dropping all those force. Shout out to all the active members of the force also, of the military also. Not for nothing, but I believe Memorial Day was made in order to honor the fallen soldiers, just so we could be clear. It was created by black people, and as far as I know, for that specific reason. So this is what I want to say about the Pooh Shiesty situation, just so we could be clear. Pooh Shiesty pulls up, has a gun, walking out of the club. He says that he was not robbed. He says allegedly he was not robbed. Now, what up, mind, body, and soul? Now, just so we could be clear on the whole allegedly not being robbed thing, I want to be extremely transparent on this, and I want everybody to understand this. If he was not robbed, why he pull out a gun? I'm listening. I'm waiting. Anybody got an answer? I'm waiting. If he was not robbed, nor in fear of his life or anything else, why would he pull out a gun? If he had security all standing around him, why would he pull out a gun? I'm just curious. I'm just asking, and I'm just curious. I want to know what you guys think about this. I'm just asking, and I'm just curious. He has, listen. I don't usually let certain language go through, but that is the line, so we're going to let the line go through. So I want to know, just so we can be clear, why did he need to pull a gun out in the club? We're about to talk about the whole robbery thing, but why would he need to pull a gun out in the club? I know people that pack weapons. I know people that shoot niggas. We all do. Don't get this confused. Right? How many of these people that's actually active with their shit pull their shit out of the drop of a hat? I'm just saying. And I'm not questioning Pooh Shiesty. How many of these people? How many of these people? How many of these people? Yeah, I'm just kicking. You call anything I'm doing fake news, I'm just kicking. Especially since I'm asking people their opinion. How could it be fake news? Especially with the word allegedly. So I don't know if you the real dude. I don't know what it is, but I'm just kicking. So boom, there you go. Shout out to I forgot what you are on IG, so I'm just going to say Miriam. Shout out to Miriam with the $5 1 cent drop. Definitely appreciate you. Shout out to Vito Corleone. Okay, so initially when I heard about the gun, I didn't hear about the alleged robbery. Initially when I heard about the gun, I did not hear about the alleged robbery. When I did not hear about the alleged robbery, I didn't report on the gun. And I just explained why I didn't. Because I'm tired of rappers always claiming that blogs and everybody else is trying to get them caught up with the law after they're doing things actively to get themselves caught up with the law. Just so we could be clear. So I didn't report on it until I had more information. Just so we could be clear. What up, VO? Just so we could be clear. I didn't report on it. Alright? So with that being said, I want somebody to explain to me why he pulled out a gun in the middle of the club. I'm not sure if he let off, but he pulled the gun out in the middle of the club. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a license. I don't know what state he was in. Anybody know what state he was in? I want to actively know, just so we could be clear. I want to actively know if he wasn't robbed or if he didn't feel like his life was in danger, why he pulled out a gun. I think people miss the main point about having a weapon. You carry a weapon because you're scared. Tell me where I'm wrong. You carry a weapon because you either expect to be outnumbered or you basically expect to be in a situation where you're not going to win. I'm going to tell you something. I used to carry a hatchet around with me all the time. Right? You could have my family could come up here and attest to that. I used to carry a hatchet around with me all the time. But you want to know when I didn't really carry it with me? When I was with my people. If me and 3 and 4 of my people go in a place, we can handle it. There's no reason for me to have anything on me. You get it? If me and my niggas fight for real. If it's me, it was at the King of Diamonds. Thank you, Terry Griggs. If it's me and 3 or 4 of my people, me, Slick Murder, Our Dogs, Just a Menace, Fancy Black Pesos, Dr. Inky. If it's us 4 right there, and we go in a place, I have no problem. We got this handled. We don't need nothing. It is what it is. But if I'm going somewhere by myself, I might get jumped. I've been jumped before. I'm assuming all men has been jumped at one point or point or another. But you in the middle of a club, why you pulling your piece out? The only logical explanation is that he did actually get robbed. I don't see any other logical explanation. I don't know if he got robbed. He said he didn't. I don't know if he did or he didn't. But the only logical explanation, the only explanation I'm willing to accept that means that he still got a good status with me personally without knowing more information, is that he got robbed. I don't think, just so we can be clear, and this is just me talking, this is my opinion, just me talking, I don't think getting robbed makes you pussy. I don't think getting robbed makes you pussy. I don't think walking away from a fight makes you pussy. I don't think choosing to not engage in negative energy makes you pussy. Once again, I don't know what you went through in your life. I don't know why you might not want to engage in negative energy. I don't know why. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody got their own reasons. Most of the people out here that's ready to drop at the fight at the drop of a hat, you know why they ready to fight at the drop of the hat? Because they've been abused in such a manner that anything at all that comes in their direction, they feel like they need to attack. That's why they fight at the drop of a hat. That's why they always on go. It's that abuse. It's that PTSD. When you see somebody that's lived with PTSD trying to go contrary to it, they take shit they don't necessarily got to take. So I say all that to say this. Dude pulled the gun out in the middle of the club while he was walking out the club. It's allegations that he got robbed. I do not know whether he got robbed or not, and I'm not saying that he did. I'm saying that there's allegations that he got robbed for $40K. The way I heard the story is he's standing on the stage performing. He got the knots in his pocket. Somebody might have snatched him out and ducked into the crowd. This is what I hear. I am not saying that this is necessarily what happened. But this is what I hear. I want to know how many of y'all think that that's a possibility. How many of y'all in here right now think that that's possibly what happened? Because at the end of the day, period. At the end of the day, he pulled the weapon out in the middle of a fucking club. That looked like fear to me. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but that looked like fear to me. I want to know what y'all guys' opinion is. This is. I hate when people act like they care about you, but all they want to do is remind you of whatever it is that's bothering you. Like, if people really care about you, they don't remind you of anything that's bothering you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, who cares about a person who they're bothered that their wife cheated on them or something, and then the first thing they do when they see them is want to talk about how their wife cheated on them or their husband cheated on them? Like, who cares about a person that lost their kid and the first thing they do is pull up on you and want to talk about how your kid that died or something? Like, you feel me? So don't fall for the cheap shenanigans people do. With that being said, I don't know. That looked like fear to me. Like, not for nothing. I'm not trying to talk crazy. I'm not trying to go at the kid. I don't know what the fuck is going on with him. And I'm not saying that that's necessarily 100% what it is. I'm just saying it looks like fear to me when you're already in a packed club. You got security. It's not a game. You got security. You're in a club. You're the rapper. You got your gun in because you're the rapper. You didn't get checked. Everybody else got checked. Right? The only people that's not getting checked coming into the club is the rappers, right? Maybe their security, but the rappers, they're the ones not getting checked. The people that's coming in with the rappers. So why do you need to pull your piece out? Nobody else should have a gun. The only people that should have any weapons is the fucking people on stage. Tell me where I'm wrong. Don't tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong. We just had there's a situation that happened. Real quick for everybody that don't remember. There's a situation that happened in Kentucky. Is it Kentucky? I believe it's Kentucky, where they was at a Jack Harlow's DJ shot and killed a woman. Wait, hold on. First of all, Jack Harlow's DJ shot and killed a woman. Where all of these people that say protect black women at? Are we gonna? I'm assuming the woman is black. I don't know if she's black or not. But where are all of these people that yell out protect black women? Where are they? I'm not hating. I'm not mad at you. I just want to know where all the activists at that say protect black women. Jack Harlow's DJ shot a black woman in a club, killing her. One of the security people that work at the club and was working that night came out. The security person specifically said that the reason in which why that young lady got murdered was because Jack Harlow and his people got walked into the club by the owner. They were never checked. This particular club that this woman got shot in, they checked you 3 to 4 times on the way in. Jack Harlow and his people didn't get checked. So my point is, Pooh Shiesty and his people didn't get checked. They can have whatever on them. Why is he pulling out a gun to walk out of the spot when don't nobody else got weapons? Am I the only one that's looking at that thinking that there's something going on there? Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Like, telling me I'm saying that something is fake news. That's not saying I'm wrong, man. That's saying I'm giving you bad information. I don't know. I'm pretty sure a majority of these rappers that don't talk nothing about shooting their guns shoot their guns. All right, I'm not one of those people that think that all rappers that talk about violence is faking. I'm not on that time. There are a ton of rappers out here that's talking about nothing but violence, and they about that violence that they talking about. Let's not get crazy. What am I reaching with? Didn't I just kick you? I literally just kicked you. So this is another fake. So we got another fake scheme team account. We got fake scheme team accounts in here, but I'll entertain you. How am I reaching? And what am I reaching at? I'll entertain it. It's a fake scheme. I don't think that's the real scheme team. That's a fake scheme team account. Scheme team is probably online right now. So don't take nothing that this person says like they're the real scheme team. We don't know whether that's the real scheme team. We're not arguing with Scheme Team's channel nor going at Scheme Team's channel in any way. He's probably online as we speak doing his own live. And this is just an individual that's trying to come in here and trying to create some kind of weird ass argument with me and him. If that's really you, hit me on IG. If that's really you, hit me on IG. Then I'll believe that's you. How about that? That's fair? That's fair? That's fair. Hit me on IG if that's really you. If that's really you, I'll let you call in on IG right now. How about that? I don't believe that's him. If that's really you, I'll let you call in on IG right now. Brad Parsons says only people in the club that should pose a firearm security, both the entertainer and promoter. Once again, I am not against artists being walked in with their weapons. I'm not against that. I'm 100% not against that. I am not against artists being walked in with their weapons. I think that there's enough people out here. And this IG, just so we can be clear, this IG, so you can't say you was hitting me at a, like, so the fake, if that is a fake scheme team, they're going to be like, oh, I'm hitting you on that other IG. No, this one right here, if that's you, you can call in right now, boom. I didn't tell me exactly what you're trying to talk about. I don't believe it's him. I could be wrong, I just don't believe it's him. Batter says only thing that makes sense to me, inside job to try to rob him. One of the videos someone said he had a hammer in the crowd, so hammers was there. I don't know. So guns could have been in the facility. I'm just talking about the perception of how it's supposed to be. I'm 100% okay with rappers and their team bringing guns into the spot. Absolutely, I'm 100% okay with that. Just so we could be clear. 100%. My issue comes in when you have, like, with the situation What up, Smashville? They pickpocketed him. Yes. Thank you. Smashville, if you want to call in, hit me on IG. You can call in and tell me what you think about this. Yeah, they pickpocketed him. So my point is this, just so we can be clear. He went on IG Live to say he didn't get robbed. Once again, y'all rappers, stop doing that. Stop actively lying. Because listen, you're actively lying on IG saying you didn't get robbed, but you want everybody to believe all of the violence that you say you're doing. You want everybody to believe all of the shit that we can't see. But the shit that we actually see, you say didn't happen. What the fuck are we supposed to believe now? Y'all niggas got to start with the no commenting and just not commenting on the shit and let other people talk. That's not the real scheme team. They already had a fake scheme team in here. I kicked that one. Now I just DM scheme team. That's not the real scheme team. Boom. So that's what I'm saying. What about that? What up, Mind, Body, and Soul? What up, King Will? What about that? That's what I'm saying. These rappers swear up and down. Listen, how does this make any sense? We got rappers that swear up and down. They the most gangster. They done killed 1 million niggas. They done did all of this shit that we can't see. That we don't know if they did it or not. Right? I'm not questioning whether they did it or not. Every rapper did everything that they ever said that they did. I'm not saying that no rapper's lying about this shit. What I'm saying is how are we supposed to believe you on the shit that we can't see when the shit that we actually can see you lying about? Could we get a quick understanding of that? Could somebody tell me what's good with that? I'm curious. Could somebody tell me what's good with that? So we're supposed to believe that these dudes, first of all, I want to be clear on something. If you got a rapper out here that got 10 bodies on him, if you got a rapper out here that got 3 bodies on him, how many of y'all think he's going to actually be able to become a rapper and rapping about the bodies he got? You think that a rapper who got 3 bodies on him, remember, murder, there is no statute of limitations. If you kill a dude in 1940 and you still alive today and they found out it was you could be prosecuted. How many of y'all believe these rappers that talk about how they got 3 and 4 bodies, they making songs about how they killing niggas, and no police is coming to arrest them? You believe it? You don't be believing them dudes. I'm just curious. Because I'm telling you right now, I think that there's more rappers with bodies that don't rap about having bodies than rappers that got bodies and rap about it. That's just my opinion, and I could be wrong. There's more rappers, in my opinion, that actually got bodies and don't never rap about those bodies than there are that got bodies and rap about having bodies. Most of these rappers that rap about having bodies, I don't believe them. I'm sorry. Just so we could be clear on this, Bobby Shmurda made a song about bodies. What happened? The FBI and the police looked at the song, saw where it lined up with other shit, and got their whole team up out of it. Shout out to GS9. Free the real. So my point is, how many of these other rappers you think is in similar situations? Where they're rapping about all of these bodies that they got. They really have these bodies, and the FBI, police, nobody pulling up on them. Nobody. How many of these rappers you think is moving real weight? The shit sounds good. I am a big Pusha T fan. I fuck with Pusha T. But you want to know what was one of my favorite things to hear about him? One of my favorite things to hear about Pusha T was he really wasn't selling all of those drugs and that they lied on him. Because then that made me think, woo, now I know I don't have to worry about my man going to jail. And he could keep making music. I don't care. That's what I thought. Wait, so somebody came out and was like, yeah, Pusha T really wasn't pushing all them drugs. It's all a lie. I'm like, thank you. Now my man can stay free. I don't have to worry about 3 years down the line, 10 years down the line, he getting caught up with some bullshit and going to jail. That was my perception of the situation. That's how I took it. That's how I took it. I know a couple of rappers that make all of the gangster raps in the world, but they mans be the nigga that really put in the work. He just can't rap. Some of these niggas made it. I'm generally talking about rappers that are not mainstream, but I know a couple of mainstream rappers that talk about how they catching bodies here and there. Shout out to them. I'm not throwing dirt. I'm not throwing shade, but I'm just saying they're really not the ones that was catching the bodies. With some other niggas. But those dudes don't know how to rap. I'm just keeping it a stack with you. I'm just keeping it the whole stack, man. For everybody that don't know. Don't know. It be the other. It be the nigga standing next to him. A nigga got all the bodies in the world. Sorry about that. So once again, I want to know who thinks this helps Pooh Shiesty image. I want to know who thinks this helps Pooh Shiesty's image. Like, do you think this make Pooh Shiesty look like he that dude? They snatched 40,000 off of the dude. All right, they snatched it out of his pants. This is not up question. They snatched it off. Okay. Allegedly, Pooh Shiesty was robbed for 40K. Right. He apparently they're saying that the money was in his pants pockets like this, hanging out. You know how the rappers do it. He's on stage rapping, and some randoms came and snatched the shit out of his pockets. That's what they're saying happened. I don't know if that is what happened, but that's what they're saying happened. Alright? I want to, and then he got escorted out of the club, where he then you can see it clear as day. He then pulls out a fucking hammer on the way out the club. Do you think this helps his image or takes away from it? I'm curious. And shout out to Miss Bands up there on the screen. Also, shout out to all the IG models. I just want to say something real quick. I want to add this. I want to take a quick 2 minutes to say something real quick. Shout out to all the IG models that unbanned me, unblocked me. I want to tell you about something real quick. So a couple of months ago, there was some people that was running around with fake accounts. Right? There was a couple of people that was running around with fake accounts contacting IG models, telling IG models I was stalking them, so the IG models could then either block me or go and flag my page or whatever the case is. So the last couple of days, I've just realized over this weekend, actually just like the other day, I forget which day it was though, I just realized that I was unblocked by about at least like somewhere between like, I don't know, 8 and maybe like 12 IG models unblocked me. They just started showing back up in my fucking feed again. I don't know what to tell you. They just started showing back up in my feed again. I have not seen them in months. So apparently they're seeing what we're doing over here at the BBN Network, and they actually like some of the ways in which we've been editing some of the pictures, I'm guessing. So shout out to them. I'm not posting you. You blocked me and you disappeared from my stream, so I'm not going to be posting any of you. Just so we could be clear. Just so we could be clear. Hold on one second. Just so we could be clear, I'm not going to actually be posting any of you. Thank you for allowing for me to see your pictures again. But I'm not going to be reposting, resharing anything, any of your pictures. Y'all could have just contacted me and spoke to me and asked me what the fuck was going on. Why was I resharing your pictures? You could have also just saw that I was resharing 30, 40, 50 other people pictures also. It was nothing personal. Obviously, I'm not stalking a fucking 100 fucking IG models. That's absolute insanity. Who has time in a day like that? So shout out to all of the people who unblocked me. But no, I'm not going to be sharing any of your pictures. I'm probably going to whittle it down to a nice 10 females that I feel comfortable resharing pictures. 10, maybe 15, 20 on the long end that I feel comfortable resharing their pictures, because I don't feel like they're going to flag me, or because I think they actually do appreciate, more than anything else, that they appreciate the advertisement, the platform, and how the platform is giving them increased visibility as whatever the level it is. So 10 besides the celebrities, because I'm gonna just post celebrities because we post celebrities. So I'm definitely gonna keep posting the celebrities, but other than the celebrities, maybe pardon me, maybe somewhere between 10 to 15 other females who might not be celebrities currently, I'm gonna keep posting. But yeah, but shout out to y'all. I don't know who tricked you, but yeah, shout out to you. For everybody that don't know, I had a person pretending to be me going around and harassing IG models, and instead of any of them actually reaching out to me, some of them just blocked me. Some of them happy that I was doing it apparently, but some of them blocked me. So shout out to that shit. Brad Parsons says, I'm reading most comments today. Brad Parsons says, how dumb you got to be at the club jumping around on stage with a Roscoe and 40K in your pocket. My opinion is he deserving of what you get. You don't know how that could help your image. First of all, if you're on stage and you got a gun on you, you're an idiot, period. You might shoot yourself, shoot somebody on stage, or shoot somebody in the crowd by accident, just because what it takes to do a show. You shouldn't be standing on stage standing still. You should actually be performing and doing something which involves jumping around, preferably moving around, gyrating in some motion, or doing something that is visually stimulating to the crowd, correct? So you shouldn't even have a gun on you in the first place. So anyone who's performing with an actual gun on them, which is loaded, you are I don't know what to say, you might shoot your damn self, just so we can be clear. So that's just stupid. I in no way think that that's not stupid. You're on the stage. If somebody actually starts shooting at you, you can't hit who's shooting at you. You're in a crowded area. You're not gonna hit who you aiming at. You niggas is not that good at shooters. And then on top of that, you niggas is high as shit and drunk. What the fuck are you doing with a... Stop. Hold on. What the fuck is he doing with a gun in the first place? He high and drunk 9 times out of 10. On stage in a crowded venue. So many things could go wrong that I can't applaud him having a gun on him. I'm sorry. You think Jay-Z is standing on stage with a gun on him? You think Nas is standing on stage with a gun on him? You think Snoop Dogg is standing on stage with a gun on him? You think 50 Cent is standing on stage with a gun on him? That shit, none of that don't make no sense. Maybe Meek Mill, but that wouldn't make any sense either. That's just, all that's retarded. Damn, High Noon, I was just about to read your message while you clipped it. Shout out to High Noon. All of that is retarded. I'm sorry. None of that makes any sense. And anybody doing that, you're putting so many people's lives in danger. It just doesn't even make sense. You got the money taken out of your pocket. What the fuck did the gun do to stop that from happening? Tell me how the gun stopped that from happening. It didn't, did it? It didn't even give you a forewarning. The gun didn't even start saying, yo, these guys, they looking at your pockets. And then on top of that, he didn't even have nobody at the stage on him that could immediately jump down into the stage if somebody reached up and touched him. So he ain't had that either. This is not me being a dick. This is just me pointing some shit out. So he also didn't have a person on stage so that if something went left, they immediately jump in the audience and grabbing a nigga up. But you on stage with a gun. But you're not on stage with niggas that's on go. Because at the end of the day, you're not jumping in the crowd. I don't know if he jumping in the crowd. I don't know how his show go. But at the end of the day, you standing there with money in your pocket. You supposed to have one dude on this side watching niggas and one dude on that side watching niggas. And tell me where I'm wrong. Shout out to Black Cuddy. Salute to the Black Spades. Tell me where I'm wrong. Don't tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong. You got, I'm assuming, 20K in this pocket and 20K in this pocket. And you don't got two dudes standing in arm's distance. So if anybody do anything weird, they jumping on their heads? How? This is the best example I could give. Tekashi jumped all the way into the crowd. All he lost was a hat. This nigga standing on stage and lost 40K. I'm going to say this again. Tekashi jumped all the way into the crowd with all of his gold on. All he lost was a hat. This dude standing on stage and he lost 40K. Could somebody find out how much Tekashi hat going for right now? The hat might be going for like 100K right now though. Some weird ass fucking ridiculous ass number. The dude that actually picked the hat up and walked out the venue with the hat sold it for $1,000. He's an idiot. Then whoever bought it put it on what do you call that? Best Buy. Not Best Buy. Y'all know what the hell that shit is called. Where you bid for the shit and the bids went retarded. So I'm just saying, because I keep hearing, and there's a reason why I keep bringing Tekashi up when we talk about these rappers, because I keep hearing Tekashi's all of these negative things that were supposed to happen to that man. Okay. Now tell me what's going on with Pooh Shiesty's situation. eBay, thank you. So what's going on with Pooh Shiesty's situation? Appreciate you, Aim High. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I would call that shit East Bay. I was calling that shit everything. But I'm just asking. So explain to me why Tekashi could jump in the crowd with probably $1 million worth of jewelry on, come out of the crowd, all of his jewelry, only thing he came out the sans a hat, without a hat, that's it. This nigga Pooh Shiesty can't even stand on stage without getting robbed? This nigga got robbed on stage. He got robbed on stage. I'm not trying to laugh. I don't got 40,000. With that being said, if anybody want to donate $1,000 to Jack Frost right now, I'll accept it. I'll accept $40,000. How about that? Does anybody want to donate $1,000 to Jack Frost right now? We'll accept it. And I won't go on stage and have it hanging out of my pockets. How about that? I'm probably gonna act like I don't have it. Keep it a stack with you. I'm gonna probably call out the drop and then live my life and act like I don't have it. Because the money isn't the important thing to me. The important thing to me is being able to materialize things and make my dreams and shit like that. So I just need the money to make that happen. And so life is hard. Anyway, yeah, he got robbed. Pooh Shiesty just got robbed on stage, y'all. The dude that makes songs about how he come in the club with it. How he gonna perform that song now? You coming, yo, look, I know dudes. I've seen dudes that carry weapons with them and never use them. Never tried to use them, don't use them. They not on that type of time. They just got them with them so they can flash them. They try to back a nigga up off of them. That's why I keep saying, stop showing people what you got on you. Just fuck it. If I was a shooter, I would never tell a nigga I was a shooter. That's not even something I would be proud of, to be honest with you. But I would never tell a person I was a shooter. If I was a shooter, I'd take that shit to my grave. I would never be telling people I was a shooter. I'd never tell somebody, yo, I'm a shooter. Never. Why in the hell? I mean, I get it. In rap, you got to find new things to brag about. So I get it. I hate when my nose itch. I went to this fucking barber. Hold on, I'm going to tell you a quick story. I went to a damn barber, and the barber is busy cutting. I'm never going to that barber again a day in my life. Never, never, never. I'm not going to tell y'all who he is because I'm not going to hate on the dude. But also, I don't even need to go to a barber. I just went to a barber. I'm cutting my own hair from now on. The dude is cutting my hair, and he keep taking the blade and push the thing that's humming and trying to push it up on my nose as much as possible. Why? Why? Why was he doing that stupid shit? I got allergies and everything else. Why the fuck was he doing that stupid shit? Never going back, never going to that barber again. That barber's it's a wrap for that barber and me. That barber better never, 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 never. Why would you do that? I haven't had somebody do that to me in so many years. I have to assume that dude just don't know how to cut hair. Be honest with you. I gotta assume that dude don't know shit about cutting hair. Anyway. Lex Luger says he's dumb for having that. No, see, rappers got this thing that they do where they bring the money on stage with them because the money's a prop. I'm not saying that the money isn't theirs. I'm not saying that they don't own the money. I'm saying that the money is a prop and they bring the money on stage because it's part of the show. So I understand why he had the money on stage with him. And I'm also not saying that he shouldn't have had the money on stage with him, because I do understand that it's a prop. And for everybody that thinks that he shouldn't have had the money on stage with him, I think that you have a great point also, just so we can be clear. I'm not here to say, oh man, he gotta have the money, and I'm not arguing with you on this. Anybody that thinking that he shouldn't have had the money on stage, obviously it got stolen. If anybody was supposed to not have the money on stage, it was him. It got stolen. What the fuck? So anybody saying he shouldn't have had the money on stage, you're not wrong. You're 100% not wrong. It got stolen. If anybody should have not had the money on stage, it definitely shouldn't have been him. So I'm on your side with it. But what I'm saying is I also understand that the money is prop. I don't know why I started messing with this brush. I'm just started messing with this brush and I just can't stop. The money is a prop. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not even sure, just to be honest with you, and that might have been the money that he was getting paid for the show for. Shit, that might not have been his money. Who the fuck knows? The money was a prop though. And I think that if a rapper uses money as his prop, I don't have a problem with that. I think that's all part of the imaging. I don't personally have a problem with it. I just want to be clear on that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. That's me though. What the fuck do I know? That's me though. What do I know? But with that being said, so he got robbed on stage. I want to know who thinks he should still be talking about how he got the fire on him in the club. I'm curious. Who thinks he should still be saying that? Give me 1 second. I think LaChanda. I used to date this chick named Chandra. I liked her. After I broke up with her for a real long time, I was like, damn, I should have married that woman. She was just secretive. I think that all the women that I date have like I miss be the super secretive women. I have no idea why. I think that's bad though. Mind, Body, and Soul said 50 got his chain snatched in Jamaica. He jumped in the crowd and got his chain back. I remember that. How did security dudes get the money back and they use fake money as props? How did security dude not get the money back and they use fake money as props? That's probably why, just so we could be clear, that's probably why he's saying he didn't get 40,000 never got stolen from him. It could have been fake. It could have been fake. That's probably why he's saying that. But that's another reason why you say no comment. Because look, just so we could be clear, you know how many more people, you know how much more disappointing it's going to be to know that he goes on stage with fake money rather than that some jack-off snatched the money out of his fucking pocket? Think about that for a minute. Think about how disappointing it's going to be to all of the Pooh Shiesty fans to know that when you go to a Pooh Shiesty show, he goes on stage with fake money. I'm not saying that that's what's happening, just so we can be clear. I am not saying that that's what's happening, just so we can be clear. All I'm saying is think about that for a minute. What do you think would be worse? If that was real money or if that was fake money? What would you think would be the worst situation? It might be worse if the money was fake rather than if the money was real. And yes, 50 jumped in the crowd. 50 is a real one. Not trying to talk bad about Pooh Shiesty, but 50 is a real one. For real, for real. 50 jumped in the crowd, man. Not talking shit about Pooh. I'm not trying to disrespect Pooh Shiesty. But 50 jumped in the crowd. Pooh Shiesty was supposed to jump in. Oh, see, he can't jump in the crowd because he's walking around with a gun on him. Because you know what happens if Pooh jumps in the crowd? His security jumps in the crowd with him. I don't know how many of y'all know people that do security for rappers. I know people that do security for rappers. A lot of them dudes, they want to be on go. He probably had 40,000 to Usher bucks. A lot of them dudes that do security for rappers, they want the opportunity to be able to put hands on a fool. A lot of them. Not, they don't want to get in shootouts and shit like that. But a lot of them, they want the opportunity to put hands on a fool. So then when people come to town, they'll use them because they'll feel safe. Don't get lost on that. A lot of them would like to get into some kind of weirdo ass situation in order for them to be able to show their value. He don't have no gun on him or nothing like that. He jump into that crowd. The security jumped down there with him. They escorted him out of the club. I have to believe that the money was real. Wasn't an NBA young boy that got something stolen from him in the club, and then he said something on the mic or whatever, and his peoples got into it with somebody? Who was the other dude? I think his name was Funny Mike. That's what he calls himself now. He used to call himself 22 Savage. And he was at a club, and they some shit happened where his chain got stolen, and then the individual who decided that they were gonna take credit for the stolen chain, even though they didn't steal the chain, they just got the chain back from the people who stole the chain, and then was trying to get money out of some people for a thing. That dude ended up dead. His name was Chris something or other. The dude that ended up getting killed. He was actually also a rapper from like Louisiana or something. I think his name was like Chris something. I forgot his name. I did videos on it. So that's what I'm saying. So he don't jump into the crowd, nothing. They just steal 40 racks from you, nothing. I'm gonna tell you what a gangster does. Tell me where I'm wrong. If you steal 40 fake bucks from a gangster, he coming at you like you stole 80 real dollars from him. Tell me where I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Hold on. Am I wrong? You steal 40 fake dollars, publicly from a gangster. A gangster gonna treat you like you just stole 80 real $1,000 from him. Tell me, where am I wrong? You steal 40K of fake dollars from a gangster. A gangster gonna treat you like you stole 80K of real money. Tell me where I'm wrong. I think anybody that enjoys his music should continue to enjoy his music, just so we could be clear. But we live in this day and age where people try to say that if you're not living your raps, then you can't rap them. I particularly think that if you just make good music, I don't really care. If it's music that I could enjoy or vibe to, I think that that's more important than whether you're living what your shit is. Aim High says, in a perfect world, Pooh walked in with 40K, hammers on deck to avoid the crowd from trying anything. In real time, he effed up. Laugh out loud. Once again, we're talking about gangsters. We're not talking about me and you. What do you think is going to happen if somebody steals $20 from a gangster? A gangster. You publicly steal $20. You publicly take $20 out of a gangster's mouth. Publicly. What do you think a gangster is going to do? You publicly. So that's why I'm saying, enjoy these rappers' music. I enjoy their music. Enjoy these rappers' music. Don't not enjoy their music. But please, let's keep shit in appropriate context. Let's keep shit in the appropriate context. Yo, shout out to Aim High. They didn't even shut the club down until the money was found. So you trying to tell me they couldn't close the club until the money was found? They could not let nobody out until the money was found? They couldn't check people on the way out the door? You trying to tell me they couldn't check people on the way out the door? Oh, they can't call the police. So street justice wasn't available either? I'm going to tell you what all rappers need to do, and they actually do. And this is why this is bullshit. You're supposed to always have cameras on the front of the crowd. Tell me where I'm wrong. How many shows do y'all see where there's always cameras at the front of the crowd? You trying to tell me nobody caught a video? Nobody caught a video of this dude getting his money snatched out of his pocket, whether it was real or fake. Nobody. There's no video. Lex Lucas says, I witnessed a dude finna get killed over a loan for $60. For real. Some people don't play about their money. I got a cousin that did 6 years in jail for shooting a nigga over 10 cents. I got a cousin that did 6 years in jail for shooting a nigga over 10 cents. Not gonna call his name. Not gonna call the state he live in. It ain't in New York. Shot a nigga over 10 cents. Wait, no. He shot him 6 times over 10 cents. I'm not 100% sure how much time he did. Pardon me. I got that mixed up. He shot the dude 6 times over 10 cents. I'm not 100% sure how much time he did, but he did some time in jail. 6 times, 10 cents. Pooh Shiesty gets 40K stole from him and walks out of the club. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how y'all should feel about this. Let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App. I don't really gotta do anything. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know. I just felt like it was at that time in the show to say that. Yeah, I don't really gotta do anything. Now, I'm not sure why he shot. All I know it was over 10 cents. I'm assuming it was more context that I don't know about. I'm assuming. But it was over 10 cents as far as I know. Lex Lucas said now people are going to think he's a free pick. I learned this a long time ago. He walked out throwing a tantrum. That's a fact, aim high, and that's why he pulled the guns out, to let people know he had guns on him after he got robbed. This is what I want to say real quick. I learned this a long time. I don't like having a reputation. I don't like it. Throughout the course of my life, I've always felt like people have used my reputations that I've had as a detriment to me. And that's the way that I felt. I've really ever felt that my reputations that I've had in different aspects of my life has been of a... I've always felt it was a hindrance. It was to my detriment. It wasn't to my... it was never to my benefit. I spent a lot of times, people like heard stories about me, and I spent a lot of times trying to put those stories into context, because they'll hear the story about me and all they hear is the violence, or all they hear is the anger. They would never really ever hear what caused for the thing to happen. Shout out to Lex Luger with the $5 drop. He says, Happy Memorial Day. He says, Happy Memorial Day. So rarely ever have I been like people have spoken about reputations that I've had, and I felt like it's been to my benefit. I'm not saying it hasn't been to my benefit, just so we can be clear. I'm not saying my reputation will precede me and it's always been something that has been worked against me. I'm not saying that. I'm saying my perception has always been it's never been to my benefit. You understand what I'm saying? That's been my perception. So I don't like being known as a guy that can't fight. I don't like being known as a guy that is smart. I don't like those things. Because I want to be able to be, there's certain things that I prefer to do in my life that don't have nothing to do with those aspects of my personality, or those things that people might think is who I am. And there's things that I want to do, and there's things that I wanted to do. I guess that's the best way to put it. So I've never seen those things as a positive, ever. I'd show up somewhere and people would treat me a certain way because they learned I did this thing or I did that thing, and I'm just there and I just want to be treated like a regular human being, like everybody else. I've had the misfortune of being a known person like my whole life. So I get it how there's individuals who they get a little bit of notoriety and they let that shit go to their head. I get it. But I've been known my whole life. All the niggas I ran with or run with, like especially after I became a teenager, all of them dudes been known too. Like we've been popular my whole life. Like I don't know how to explain it. So this energy that Pooh Shiesty is trying to run with, he's gonna eventually have to kill somebody or get killed himself. I think that other people fall under that same category, like a NBA YoungBoy, Kodak Black. These guys are eventually gonna have to kill somebody or get killed themselves. This is the avenue that they're going down. This is the lane in which they're in. They're in the get killed or kill somebody rapper lane. Gucci Mane lucked out by not dying. Just to be fair, and this is no disrespect to anybody, I'm not going to name none of the rappers because not all rappers that have passed away were in that lane, but there are quite a few rappers who got killed that were in that lane. There's a lane. where you're gonna eventually, being a rapper, gonna have to kill somebody, or you're gonna get killed. There's a lane. I get it that there's a lot of people that don't understand that lane exists, and because they don't understand that lane exists, what they do is they look at what these rappers are doing differently than I would. I'm 100% not looking at what these rappers are doing and the way in which they're carrying themselves in a positive note. Now, I'm going to name somebody who was in that lane, another person who was in that lane and lucked out, and that was Tekashi 6ix9ine. He was in that lane. Tekashi 6ix9ine was in the lane where he was going to either have to kill somebody or get killed himself. I don't know what to tell you. If you listen to, this is why I keep trying to tell you, Treyway, greatest security in hip hop ever. Treyway managed to keep their artists alive and not actually kill anybody. You can't say that for most of these. You'd be surprised at how many people that beef or that get into situations with these rappers. Actually, people like it's like Chirac. So I say all that to say this. Shout out to Pooh Shiesty. I hope that the money that was stolen off of him was fake money. I would hate to hear that somebody stole real 40K off of him for real, for real. I hope it was fake money. But that doesn't change the problem in which he has. And the real problem which Pooh Shiesty has is, I don't care how much people love your image. I don't care how much people love who you are. You're going to get individuals who are going to become obsessed with you. You're going to get individuals who their obsession with you is going to cause for them to not care if they kill you or if they help you survive. Their obsession with you is going to be to the point where they're going to wake up every morning, and when they're going to be the first thing they think about. I don't care what's going on in their life. You're going to be the first thing that they think about in the morning, and you're going to be the last thing they think about as they shut their eyes. They're going to dream about you. Most of their conversations that they're going to have with their friends and family is going to be about you. There's going to be nothing else more important to them than figuring out a way in order to be inside of whatever world you inhabit. So it's important when you putting out that, or when you're receiving or you're creating that type of energy, for you to try to keep as much of that energy positive as possible. This is important. You don't think I know that our words come to life? My words come to life often. You like, think about it. Am I really telling y'all the future, or am I saying shit and there's people that watch the program and I'm influencing them? I'm encouraging them, or I'm giving them great ideas, and they're the movers and shakers of the world. Think about how often I've literally told y'all shit that was going to happen in the future. Some of the stuff, obviously, no politician is going to change government policy for Jack Frost. But a lot of the stuff that I've been telling y'all that's going to happen before it happened don't have nothing to do with politics. So do you think that I'm really so smart that I'm literally predicting the future every 5 minutes? Or am I talking shit into existence because I have that much power? Because we do let off energy. Hold on. I'm staying.
Yeah.
Not right now. So just so we can be clear, am I letting off that much energy that's creating and making things happen? Or am I influencing people? Because realistically speaking, I mean, not even trying to be a dick, how often do I predict the future? I've been doing it for at least 3 years, not 3.5 years. I've been accurately predicting and telling y'all what was going to happen. Some of these stuff might just be me being smart, but could I really be that smart? Like on some real shit. This is not me giving my own self a handy J. This is just me talking real shit. I've more accurately predicted the future on this channel than CNN, probably Fox, and all those other fucking channels put together. And we talking about major networks. I've been accurately predicting the future. So are these things that I'm speaking into existence? Or am I encouraging people? Or am I just so smart that I can literally tell what's going to happen next? There's obviously something special going on here. It's obvious. I don't know no other way to put it. It's obvious. So I say I like to say this, there's lanes in this hip hop shit. Not for nothing. That's also why some people want me off of the internet. Not for nothing. That's why some people want me dead. Sometimes when people can't do what you do, they just, and they want to and they can't, they dedicate their whole lives until you die. They just dedicate their whole lives. And it just depends on how important you think being alive is. That's all that is. It's just how important you think it is. If you think your life is, if you think your quality of life is good enough to still be here. That's it. That's all it resorts down to. Period. How your perception. If you think the most important thing is being alive or not. I think that there's way more important things than being alive. Personally, myself. I think the most important thing we could do is do no harm. Just so we could be clear. I think that's the number one most important thing that we could do to the world is do no harm. I think after do no harm, everything else. Well, obviously, follow the Most High. But I think after do no harm, I think after that, everything else lines up. And that's just me. And that's just the way that I look at the world. I think that we should spend more energy and time on trying not to do no harm. Everything else comes after that. Well, Most High. And then after that, everything else comes after that. Period. Hey, I do know this guy. And I follow you back, Bob. Psycho Bob. I'm laughing at a thing. What up, Net Stars? Shout out to Gino, one of Net Stars people who passed away. R.I.P. to the brother. I don't know. I think that's all I got to say on this. I don't really think I got much more to say on this. I don't think I got much more to say on this. I think whatever aim high says our gifts ain't necessarily always. Hence, the gift and the curse. God has a plan for us all. If God had a plan for me, I would have already seen it by now. I might have already did it. Whatever God planned for me is, I probably already did it. He's done with me. I hope I did the thing I was supposed to do. I just hope whatever I was supposed to do, I did it, and I did it the right way. But I'm pretty sure he's done with me. I don't see myself still being in this situation that I'm in if God meant good things for me. That's all. I don't think if God meant anything good for me, I'd literally suffer my whole life. like really, like my whole life. Shout out to that shit though. It is what it is. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Like at some point, God will be like, some point, like at some point, man. But it ain't gonna happen. It is what it is. You just gotta. I'm gonna get up out of here. I think my biggest regret is not being able to improve my daughter's life to what I would have liked for my life to have been. I think that's like my biggest regret. Just not being good enough to do better by my daughter. It's just not good enough. It is what it is. With that being said, I love y'all. Just go do something good for somebody. Just be a good person, man. Just be a good person. Sometimes God just prefer we suffer. Like from the day we live to the day we die. Still be a good person. Just still be a good person. Just try your best to still be a good person. Some of us is just only meant to suffer, nothing else. Just try your best to be a good person anyway. It's okay. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.